Seguimos en clase ejecutiva con el ministro Lajčák, canciller de la República de Eslovaquia, y por supuesto le queremos preguntar acerca de los ítems más importantes que él ve respecto a las relaciones con Argentina. Which would be the key sectors that you find more interesting to do business with Argentina, our common interests, and commercially talking, economically speaking?
Slovakia is very strong at automotive industry, and you might not know that all the Volkswagens Touaregs and Audi Q7 are produced in Bratislava only. That's the only plant in the world.
And Kia, and
of course we have Kia,
and Peugeot, Citroën, yeah, main car makers.
But Slovakia is traditionally very strong in the energy sector. And as a matter of fact, we are building power plants in Chile, for example. We have huge potential. We are building power plants around the world. We have good technology and know-how, and Slovakia has been traditionally very strong in the chemical industry and producing number of useful and highly competitive products. So these would be the three areas I would suggest to look closer into.
This is very interesting, and I thank you for the information. I hope that our people are looking very carefully to your words.
I hope they will after my visit, even more so.
Of course. And what do you think about the best ways for Argentines to attract Slovak investments?
Well, the best way is to be more present in Slovakia through different ways of presentations, trade missions. We do not have direct diplomatic representations in my country. We are covered from Vienna. So, of course, the first proposal will be to open your office, your embassy, commercial office in Slovakia, send missions. Your country is very popular in Slovakia. Everybody knows your soccer, everybody knows tango, everybody knows beautiful food, steaks. So you have the image. You have something to build on. And now it's important to do the building on that image.
Let me ask you something about the Balkans. Analysts use very often Balkanization to indicate political fragmentation. And as the former High Representative of the European Union for Bosnia and Herzegovina, you have some knowledge of the Balkans. And what is the current political situation of that region?
On the positive side, the region has European perspective, and it's, as a matter of fact, the only region for which European Union said, yes, you will be our future members. On the negative side, there is not much progress. The countries have internal problems. They still did not come to terms with the tragic past from 15 years back, from this tragic Yugoslav war. And the EU expected that the attractiveness of the European integration will help to overcome the memories of the past. But it's not so easy. It's not so simple. We need to get more involved there, particularly in Bosnia and Herzegovina.
When you say we...
international community and European Union in the first place, but United States as well, Russia as well. Turkey has its role to play in Bosnia and Herzegovina, in Kosovo. So what works so well with my country and countries of Central Europe cannot mechanically be transferred into the Western Balkans and expect to deliver the same results.
Taking advantage of this knowledge you have about Balkans, and when bearing in mind that the world has been changing a lot during these last 20 years, and paradigms perhaps are going to change even more in the next 20 years, what do you think about the world in general terms? Are we going to, mankind is going towards organized globalization, or rather there are some significant signals of risk of political fragmentation in the next future, I mean in short term and medium term?
I think there is a chance for both. What needs to be done is to respect the rules of the game. It's important that we all play by the same games. It's important that we respect the international organizations that we have created. It's dangerous if we have different standards for different regions. If we create all kinds of coalitions of the willings, who ignore United Nations, for example, or other international standards. Every country, if we really want to progress, and this is what we want, every country must have the clear understanding that the rules must be respected by everyone, and everyone should obey the same rules. Globalization could be a good thing, after all, if it's not mean to impose somebody else's will on somebody else without asking whether you want it or not. So with this regard, Slovakia and I myself personally are very encouraged by the signals coming with the new U.S. administration. I was in New York for the General Assembly last week, and President Obama delivered several very great and strong speeches asking for countries to work together, promoting partnership, strengthening the role of United Nations and its Security Council. So this is my very strong advice. Respect the rules, respect the organization.
You're a highly experienced man in international relations. You know many people. You have met many important people. Do you believe it is possible to build a peaceful world in the future?
Sure it is. First, we need trust. We need trust in our partners. And then I really believe that the strong coalition of the peaceful and constructive countries will step by step isolate those who are not willing to play by the rules. And we really need to create an atmosphere through the rules, but also through the mindset and that everybody will be obliged to play by the same rules and respect the mechanisms that we have. I think the chance is here, and the chance is strong, and this year the chance is much stronger than it was 2 years ago, but it's our common responsibility to make sure that we progress in this direction.
Thank you for the answer. There's a lot of hope there. We are going to do another break, the last one, y volvemos con el gran cierre de Clase Ejecutiva.